Alright guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to explain as simply as possible how to gain muscle for beginners. So let's get into it. Now, without going into too much scientific detail, essentially imagine your muscles as a cell, and every time you lift weights up, you put a strain on your muscle, that cell will grow and expand, and then eventually that will result in bigger muscles, larger muscles. Guys, so now we know that progressive overload is the key factor in building muscle, aside from nutrition and rest and recovery, but in terms of the gym, progressive overload is what you need to focus on. So essentially this is just getting stronger each session, getting stronger each time you're doing a lift, and naturally as a beginner that will happen anyway. However, your main focus needs to be on each week trying to increase the weights, and if you don't end up increasing the weights, try and increase the reps you do in a set, and eventually over time this is going to build to more and more muscle development. So moving on, so diet, that's the next point. So diet is full of so many misconceptions, so much false and fake advice, and guys, I mean, trust me, coming from me, I've fallen for everything, I've tried everything, I've tried all the diets you can name, and there's only one diet that works, and that's the diet that works for you. So the main thing you need to know is, if you want to gain muscle or gain weight, you have to be in a caloric surplus, and if you want to lose weight, I'll talk about that in another video, you have to be in a caloric deficit. Now, to work out your maintenance calories, which again I'll make a separate video just on calories because it's quite a big thing, I'll put a calculator in the description below. However, all you need to do is just find out how much you weigh in pounds and then times that by 14 to 16. You can use 16 if you have an active job like construction or something and you're moving a lot throughout the day. If you're in an office job or something more stationary or sedentary, you can use the 14, and then this will give you a number, and that's a rough amount, so bear in mind rough, of how many calories your body needs to stay the same weight. So once you've figured out that, all you need to do is just add, say, for me I prefer to add 300 calories to that. So let's say, for example, for me my body stays the same at 2,500 calories, so I would then add 300 calories on top of that, and that would give me a total of 2,800, and then that would be the calories I need to sufficiently gain weight, gain muscle without gaining too much fat. Like I said before, when I first started, I was told that fat turns to muscle, so I ate, I don't know how many calories, probably 4,000 or 5,000 every day, and that will have you ending up looking like this.
I don't know what to say. I didn't think I'd be in this position.
Okay, the next question is going to be, how much protein do I need? Again, all these dietary things, I'm going to make a separate video because it's quite a big thing. However, it's safe to say that if you take 1 gram of protein per body weight, per pound of body weight, that will be enough. There are studies, that say 0.8, and that's fine. However, for me, it's always better to be on the safe side and just take a little bit more. I mean, and who doesn't love chicken anyway? Alright guys, so by now we know that to gain muscle, you need to have progressive overload, and you need to have a sufficient diet, which includes being in a caloric surplus. Now the next thing is, I'm sure you'll be asking, how do I train, what routine, what should I do? Now again, I'm going to make a separate video, some gym videos. At the moment I'm still in lockdown, so sad times, can't get to the gym, but as soon as I can I'm going to start making some gym videos. Anyway, so workouts, now this is, as I talked about with misconceptions, people don't realize you can go to the gym 3 times a week and you can still make great progress. You can change your body, you can change your physique. Now for me, for beginners, I would recommend a full body split. So let's say, for example, if you did a full body split, you would focus on the compound exercises like I mentioned before. So that's your squat, your bench press, your pull-ups or your rows. If you can't do pull-ups, no worries, I couldn't do them when I started either. Now what you need to do is, you need to do these, and of course you can include isolation exercises, for your biceps, your hamstrings, your triceps. These are great, but you don't need to stress about them too much. I think the problem with modern day fitness is everybody emphasizes, all these things like bicep curls, and really they're just a small part of the picture. When you're doing these compound exercises, you're going to use so many more muscles, not just your visible muscles, but also stabilizer muscles that are really important for bodybuilding and increasing your strength. So on a full body routine, what I would suggest is, you can obviously choose the days, it's completely up to you, but let's say for example you wanted to work out on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. So what you would do is, you would go to the gym on a Monday, you would do your full body routine, rest Tuesday, repeat on Wednesday, rest again, repeat on Friday, and then take the weekend off. Now, not everybody wants to train 3 times a week, some people might want to go more, some people might want to go less. However, as a general standpoint, I would recommend 3 days a week for beginners. Another split which I quite liked was an upper-lower split. So how this works is you would train 4 days a week. Again, I would do my upper body on one day, my lower body the next day, take a rest or 2 days rest, and then repeat. This is really good as well, especially for people who actually enjoy their time in the gym and want to get there as often as they can. Everybody thinks you should train each muscle 1 time per week, but guys, I'm telling you that's not the truth. It's scientifically proven. I'll post some links in the description that frequency always is better than volume. So let's say, for example, if you did a old school bodybuilding program, you would train your chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, shoulders Thursday, arms Friday. Now, I'm not saying that won't work. It's great. That's how I started. However, if you really want to maximize your gains, maximize your progress, then what you need to do is you need to train each muscle at least 2 times per week. Some people say 3 times. It just depends on the split you're doing. Like a full body split, for example, 3 times is fine. However, if you're doing a upper-lower split, like I mentioned before, maybe 3 times a week might be too much volume, especially for a beginner. So guys, actually the part of being in the gym is actually the easiest part, because here all you need to do is just make sure you're doing your heavy compound lifts and trying to increase your weight and your strength each week. And as long as you're doing that, you're going to give the muscles a reason to grow, and then you're going to keep getting bigger. So to summarize, focus on heavy compound lifts, training 2 times per week, I can't stress this enough, and make sure you're getting your calories in and getting sufficient rest, and you're going to be good to go on your way of building muscle. Alright guys, bear in mind this video is focused mainly on beginners. If you've been lifting for a while or working out for a while, you're gonna see slower progress and it's not gonna be as fast. But remember, if you stick to it, you stay consistent, you're gonna make gains, you're gonna look better, and it's just gonna be great. Anyway guys, stay tuned. The next video I'm gonna drop is gonna be on how to lose fat, so that's gonna be a good one. Make sure to subscribe and follow. Peace out.